you described this as a locker room talk, and you've said that Donald Trump was someone else 11 years ago. He wasn't in the political sphere. I mean, you were not in the political sphere 11 years ago. Are you a terribly different person than you were 11 years ago?
Well, we all tend to change, but remember, 11 years ago, he's a billionaire playboy. And, you know, now he's running for president of the United States. That means you're out there among the people. You're listening to their concerns. There's a certain gravitas that is attributed to you because you begin to understand these things that you weren't even concerned about before. It makes a difference.
But he's talked even as a presidential candidate about physical appearance.
Let me just say this. It doesn't excuse the words. It doesn't excuse what was done. I think it's abominable. I don't think there's any way that you can justify it, and I don't hear anybody trying to justify it. But let's move on.
Why did you call it locker room talk?
Call it whatever you need to call it to make it feel good to you. But the fact of the matter is, I mean, I've been in lots of places, growing up and listening to people talk about their great tales of sexual conquest. You know, it's an immature
Dr. Carson, you said say whatever you need to say about it to make it feel good to me or maybe to the viewer, but that's not really the viewer's job, right? To try to come up with some way to characterize this to make this feel good for them. I mean, this is what it is. Why did you call it locker room talk?
Don't mischaracterize, if you mind. Don't mischaracterize what I'm saying. What I am saying is that that kind of banter goes around all the time. Is it the right kind of thing to do? Absolutely not.
So you've heard people talking like this?
Absolutely not.
I've heard
people talking like that. Of course. Are you kidding me?
Where are you hanging out? With whom are you hanging out that you hear people talking like that?
As I was growing up, people were always trying to talk about their sexual conquest and trying to make themselves appear, like the Don, Casanova. I'm surprised you haven't heard that. I really am.
I haven't heard it, and I know a lot of people who have not heard it. And I think
maybe
they were shocked.
Maybe that's the problem. Maybe that's the problem. People have not heard this. Maybe that's the problem. But whether they've heard it or not, the issue is the train that's going off the cliff. We can come back after we save the country, after we keep the train from going off the cliff. And I would welcome, quite frankly, a discussion of morality in this country. I think it would be a wonderful thing if we bring back our Judeo-Christian values once again. I think it could do nothing but help us. I would be all in favor of that.